Hello, friends. Welcome back to Gecko's Gaming. Arena Direct Sealed. Let's see what we get. Okay. Some interesting kind of top end. Not a lot of strong rares here, honestly. Gilgamesh can be good if we have a lot of equipment. Titan and Leviathan are both just strong individually. Lindblum is a very playable card. It's nothing you're super excited about. But the rest of these don't often. It's hard to make these work. Azuz is basically unplayable and limited in this format, at least. But I mean, Balthier and Fran is fine. 3 mana, 4/3 reach. You would is usually what all it is. Sometimes you can get a couple good vehicles in your deck, one or two maybe. And I've never actually crewed a vehicle with it, but that'd be cool if it happened. All right, let's see what else we have in the pool. Because otherwise, this is just a 3 mana, 4/3 reach, which is like, maybe in like an uncommon power level, or maybe even common these days. Okay, let's see. White, 4 Heirs rescue missions. Okay. And then not a lot else really going on. There's Orosites, Crystal's Chosen's nice top, and there's a few nice cards here playable, but just the preponderance of I don't think there's enough there. Blue, we got Damper, 2 Dampers, Elusos, Sleep Magic, Cargo, Dreams, Ice Magic, Sahagin, Laboratory Maniac. Yeah, I mean, blue, it has a few okay things, but it seems kind of shallow. Syncopate, like these are all 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 playables or so, maybe 9. Black, we have 2 Hectides, a Tonberry. Our black looks pretty decent at the bottom end, at least. Ariman, Limit Break. We have an Intervention too, and an Overkill. So black has really great removal, and then it really, and a couple good early creatures like Hectides, maybe Tonberry. If you're aggressive enough, you can play Tonberry. But yeah, black has good removal, but it's kind of shallow. I'm just going to take a quick look at what we have for lands here, because I think that might be crucial for this. We have no black lands. Oh, we have a black-white. Okay, 2 Sids is interesting, along with the Hope. We have a blue-white land. We have 3 green-red cards. Green-red land to go with it. These are all pretty reasonable to play. Iridia is good if you have Sagas. We'll see what we have. Renoa, I like Renoa. Alright, anyways, for red. How's red looking? Again, just kind of shallow. Like a few playables, some good card, like a couple good cards. Choco Comet, Fire Magic, but then just not a lot of juice to get there. Green. We have 2 Precious Wanderings, a Town Greeter, a Gardener, so we can ramp. We have Choco Kick, which is a good removal spell. Limit Break is a nice finisher, versatile card. Precious Wanderings with the Chocobo Racetrack. Okay. Fat Chocobo, Titan, Coliseum Behemoth, and of course Renoa, and then these green cards. So we're probably going to play green. This would be my guess. I'd like to play green black if possible. Maybe green black. Yeah, a couple world maps. Let's get Renoa in there. Let's get these green red cards in. Rydia is going to be good since we have Titan and Fat Chocobo to reanimate with her, so that's pretty sweet. So there's 2 decks I really want to look at first. I think I want to look at green red, splash white for Renova, maybe black for removal. And then I also want to look at blue-white with the 2 Sids and see if there's a Sid deck. I'm less confident about the Sid. I think that's more of a long shot, so let's just look at that real quick just to get it out of the way and know what it looks like. But all these artifacts are potentially playable in there. And then Steiner, Battle Menu, Staff, Galacat. We'll play Garuda, Orosite, Crystal's Chosen, Cargo Ship, Sleep Magic. We'll probably do a Sahagin package too. Just put all these in. And that's a 40 card deck. Let's see how this looks. Just want to I'm almost doing this just to rule it out and make sure there isn't anything here that I would miss. So these can be creatures too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish 2-drops. How many artifacts do we have? 10? 10 artifacts. That's a good amount for Gallic Hat. It should be enough. Heroes and artifact creatures. So the aerial unit, and then this is not a hero. No, that's a knight. So 1, 2. You have 2 heroes. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem like it's enough to get there. It's gonna be that's my impression on this. And potentially we could splash a color. We could splash black for some more removal. But yeah, this doesn't look like where I'd want to be. So, all right. I just wanted to take a look. Sometimes you can just throw together a really scrappy blue-white artifact deck or blue-white aggro deck or something like that, and it'll come together really well. But I don't think that's the case there. Let's get some green in here. See how that looks. The 2 behemoths at the top end is kind of nice too. Yeah, this looks pretty good actually. Sure. I mean, I could play maybe some more of these red cards, but I don't really need to. I guess I'd kind of rather not, I guess, but let's see what we have here quick. Okay, I actually kind of like splashing Garuda too, since we have Rydia. And we're splashing white already, so Garuda can get in. I don't think Auracite is advisable to splash here. Maybe we could splash a battle menu if we need interaction. There's not a lot of reason to be heavy red, honestly. I don't have any equipment in here. Let's get those world maps in. We're probably going to play those. Because I think I am going to put in black, because I don't like our removal options. All we have is a Choco Comet and a Chocobo Kick and a Fire Magic. So, yeah, this deck needs removal. We could play the try to kind of just run them over strategy, but I don't think we're quite aggressive enough for that. We have some reactive cards, like Gardener is kind of it's not a good attacker, you know. Garuda is kind of a reactive card. We do have some good attacking cards, but I think we're gonna splash black. We want a little bit more longevity. We have a strong late game. I mean, I could just be base black and then splash red and white. That might be reasonable too. Otherwise, if I was just splashing black for removal, it'd probably look like this. Just put these 2 in. And put in this one too, I guess. Kind of this land's kind of a liability since it's neither of our main colors, but having one that takes care of both of our splashes, I see, and one could be worth it if the rest of our mana is good enough to make that possible. Let's see. Starting to like this. We gotta take a look at the lands quick. Got 18 in there right now, plus 2 world maps. Okay, the blues are just kind of hanging out in there from before, so let's get those out. Now it's at 15. And then that gives us, we don't want these planes, maybe 1 planes is all we need. Maybe I'll run 1 swamp too. So I can get it with the world map. But it might just be better to play Naya than splashing black. Let's take a look at this, and we'll see. I'll try a Naya version too, because white just gives us battle menu and Auracite for removal. So they're not as good as Overkill and Intervention, but Auracite's kind of nice. I mean, If we're more base white, we can play that. Problem is, we just don't have a lot of white cards, but I could play Crystal's Chosen too for more top end. Not that we necessarily need more top end. Alright, this would be 15 lands. So I'd probably add another forest here. Gives us 6 red sources. That should be enough. Joko Comet's like the only thing that is heavy red, really. I like Fire Magic in here too. That we have a lot of kind of higher toughness creatures and stuff, so Fire Magic should be a one-sided sweeper a fair amount of the time. This looks pretty strong. It's just I wonder if the mana is going to be an issue. Because like I said, I could just cut the black and just go deeper white. Play Auracite, play Battle Menu. Probably, I don't know if I play White Mage's Staff and Steiner, but it is an option. Green doesn't bring a lot of artifacts to the table for Galley Cat, unfortunately. I have a Lunatic Pandora too if I need more removal. Blitzball Shot is playable too. I already have enough trample. I don't think I really need it. Gladiolus gives trample. These behemoths have trample. Fat Chocobo trample. Titan trample. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really need that. I'd rather not play it. Red has a couple additional playables. Nothing that I'm excited about. If we do go into a base green white and we're splashing red. No, never mind. But if we did go into more the Naya thing, then there's a conversation about Warrior Sword, because we'll be bringing in more white cards that care about artifacts and equipment. Yeah, so there is like a straight up Naya version. Let's see what that looks like. The black. And then I add a couple planes at least. The mana might not even be that much better in this because of the double white from Auracite. Which I guess I don't have to play Auracite, but I probably need it. I'd probably need the removal. And there's a classic like red white aggro equipment deck I could just play. I gotta take a look at that actually real quick. Yeah, let's take a look at that real quick. I like this green stuff. I'm probably gonna play it, but again, I just need to rule out the red white thing. These are all things I would love to play, and then these other ones might make the cut. Fire Magic's not good in these low to the ground aggro decks. I mean, we do have the 4 Eris rescue missions to round out the deck if we need it. Definitely going to play some number of those. Mysidian Elder is probably fine because we have enough non-creatures and we are interested in the reach effect of just being able to punch through those last few points of damage. Oh, what the heck. Let's get them all in there and see how this looks. That's a lot of 4 drops. How many 2s do we have? 3. I don't really want to use Battle Menu as a 2, so I'm not going to count it. 3, 4, 5. 5 2s and then a 1. And then how many artifacts do we have for Gala Cat? We got 7. I don't know. This seems loose. 4 Eris rescue mission is never something anybody should be happy about. I don't know. I mean, maybe if you're running Phantom Trains or something like that. But Anything else I'm missing here? I could splash. I could splash green, have the red-white duel, and then I could splash green, or I could splash black with the Insomnia. I think this is just not quite there. We're a few playables short. If we had some more good 2s and 3s, this could get there. But we're already scraping, so I'm going to say no on that one. Just seems like it's too low power and it doesn't have, like, I have some equipment, but I don't have the good equipment. You know, I don't have Dragoon's Lance, I don't have Samurai's Katana, I don't have the type of equipment that I'm excited to play, really. So, yep, I just had to rule that out. Thanks for bearing with me. We're going to go back. We're going to build the green-red deck. I think there's a really interesting question about whether I splash black off a swamp and then Crown City for Overkill and Sephiroth's Intervention, two premium, excellent removal spells, or whether I just keep a cleaner mana base and just keep the white splash and run another creature, probably Warrior Sword, and Battle Menu to take care of removal, but also provide another creature. Because the deck is a little light on creatures. It has 13 right now. We have really good interaction and removal and stuff. And Chocobo Racetrack can pump out creatures. So can Comet. But, you know, if we're not counting those, then we have 13. So having another body of the Warrior Sword in there for just another body to hit with Gladiolus or Rinoa. You know, some of our creatures go away. So it is nice to put that in there. It's also a great mana sink, which we don't have a ton of mana sinks in the deck. We could use another one. So if we cut black, it's not as though we would be playing bad cards in place of it. For removal, our removal would be a lot more limited, though. We have Behemoths to take care of artifacts and enchantments. That's really nice. And then we have Garuda, which can situationally take care of something. Not very reliable. I don't think you can't really count it as like a removal spell. And then Choco Comet, great. Chocobo Kick, good too. Fire Magic, good. So these are all fine, but they're all more situational type removal spells that aren't going to be good all the time, you know, against any creature or whatever. Whereas these really take care of that whole angle of having to deal with creatures. You know, you could imagine a situation in the green-red version without black, where there's just a big threat on there that I can't answer in time. You know, say a Vivi or something like that, and we just don't get to it in time. The good news, though, about this deck is that I can run people over. Like, I might be able to just more or less disregard removal and just run them over with my fatties and my sagas and stuff. So it's interesting to think about. That's the last decision I think I have to make. This would be a great pool for best of 3, where I could keep the proactive, smooth game plan of just the 3 colors game 1, and then board into the black if I needed to slow down or if I saw some bombs I really needed to hit. But I think since it's only best of 1, I'm going to go ahead and just go for a best of 1 game plan and just play the red, green, white. And we'll cut these. Maybe I'll have a change of heart after I die to some bombs when I don't have removal, and we can switch over the course of the tournament. But this is, I think, where I want to be, at least for now. I'm going to lean on this. So we shall give it a shot. Let's hop on into our first match. Okay, this is a fine hand. We got all our colors. Got a 2-drop. Got a ramp into racetrack. Okay, they have Ragavan. That's not reasonable at all. Obviously, one of the most busted creatures of all time in Magic. Hopefully, they don't have a removal spell. They do. Okay. Probably not going to win this one. Took my Renoa. Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat. So... Nice. What a way to start. Okay. Turn 1, Zidane. Turn 1, Turn 1, Ragavan. Turn 3, Kefka. Yeah, this is about the worst that could possibly happen. I thought our deck was good, but I mean, we're not this good, so. I guess I'm discarding an artifact and you're going to draw 3 cards. Yeah, this game is not even remotely winnable. Alright. Take the double red. Do our due diligence here, I guess. Yeah, there's not really... I don't have a lot of options, so I'll just do that. Turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Suplex, turn 3 Kefka. Nice. Should I just scoop or what? Alright. Minus double block Kefka. World map. Yep. No attacks. At least we're stabilized, I guess. That was getting pretty wild for a minute there. We still have very low chance of winning this game. I have a decent amount of top-end fatties I could draw now that, you know, if I draw like the right string of 6 drops and 7 drops and 5 drops, I might be able to win. So might be able to turn this around. We'll see. We need to run hot though here. Drawing another 3 cards. Yeah, they're down to 17 left in their library already. Okay, Rydia is not really enough right now. We don't even have any things she can get back yet. I'm hanging out. I mean, they could punt this, and we could get lucky and have a nice series of draws. I don't know what there is to think about, though. I mean, they're so far ahead. Like, can we just please get this over with? Alright, well, good game, I guess. I don't know. Not much you can do about that. Everybody has their day in the sun, though. And that was theirs. Does that make me want to play black again? The deck seemed to have a lot of air, which was kind of what I was afraid of. Kind of in the mid-game, where we just have kind of like too many lands and land-like objects. And we're not doing anything. We had a good draw. It was just like, that was basically an unwinnable draw from the opponent. But, hey, I could have had Fire Magic turn 1 to take out Ragavan. That would have been nice. What would I cut for the intervention? I would cut battle menu. I don't know. I'm just going to run it back again. I could see, again, like, I think that the Ifrit is fine. Maybe over a world map. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, I was kind of thinking about doing that anyways, but the deck can flood out pretty easily. I mean, it's good if the deck floods out, but this gives me mana too. It helps me filter if I'm not getting any action. Sure, we'll just give that a try. Turn 1 Ragavan. Ay, ay, ay. This is a good hand, though. I mean, I thought my last hand was good, so take that with a grain of salt. But this is a hand that does what our deck is trying to do, so I like it. We're going to go with the Gubu Gardener first, I think. Try to ramp. Or I could put greens down and put a little pressure on them. I'm gonna go with the Gardener, because then next turn I could double spell Rydia and greens, and it's just better. Better to get ahead that way. I'm gonna discard one of these forests. Rinoa, nice. She can come down next turn. Opponent cycles a Malboro. Okay. Turn 4 Renoa is nice. It's no turn 3 Kefka, but you know, it'll do in a pinch. Either Rydia or the Chocobo. I don't have anything for Rydia yet, but she will be good eventually. The Chocobo is more aggressive though, and we have the Renoa. Interesting. Do I want to kind of go all in and try to run them over with the Chocobo? I think I'm going to sack the Chocobo and keep the Rydia, because if I get flooded, she's flood insurance too, and that's nice to have. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and discard this land and draw. Okay. And then attack with Rydia, get in for 1. Play Renoa and pass. So she's going to give +4/+4 to somebody next turn. Okay, they have Thunder Magic. That's pretty good. Okay, 4/5. I have 5 mana. I think I just attack. Attack for 3. Play Ifrit. And I think I'm not going to discard here. Hunt the Mark, yep. Iridia, sure. Kind of tempting to discard just to get through the world map, but I don't have any plays this turn, so yeah, I think I will discard, unless I just want a world map to make a land drop, but I have a good chance of hitting the land here anyway, so yeah, there we go. Let's just keep that forward velocity going with the deck. 5/6 mana, so yeah, I'll just go ahead and attack with everybody again. Don't have any spells to cast this turn, so that's fine. Saving the Choco Comet for something good. And we have Behemoth next turn for sure. We can just take out Hunt the Mark or draw a card if we want. if we want. Wow, their deck is awesome. Look at that. That's crazy. And they have Regalia too. That's nuts. This deck is stacked, dude. The double green and a base red black deck though, I'm not sure about that. And they have white too. Very greedy deck. So I'm going to play the Behemoth and take out the Regalia. And we'll keep the beats going. Swing for 4. Overkill, sure. Four, 5, 6. I could comment for 6. It's not quite there yet. I'm just wondering if I want to destroy Hunt the Mark now while I have a chance, or just draw a card. Drawing a card sounds nice. I'm gonna draw a card. They have a ways to go before they flip the side quest anyway, so I think that's totally reasonable. And then here, I'm just gonna attack with everybody and see if we can get a Comet in. Or do I just attack? I would probably just attack with the Behemoth, to be real. I mean, they block for 4 there, I take 3. I can Comet for 4 or 5. I mean, so if they have nothing in their hand and I attack with everybody, they're dead. But then I could lose like my dog is the downside. Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to kill him with Gardener because I was counting him as a mana, so I'd only do 4 damage. Alright, we'll just attack him with the Behemoth. Alright, I think they're dead. Do we play around anything? We could have a resto magic. There's no, like, blue unless they have that random treasure for a blue. I don't think I'm playing around that. So I'm not playing around counterspell. 4 or 5. Dome them for 5. Should be game. Guess I could gain life with the... Oh, okay, nice. Wow, their deck is crazy. What a crazy pool. Because that Achroma's Will card, or whatever that last one is, that card is insane. One of the strongest cards in the set. And they had Kuja, 2 Sephiroth's Intervention, a Thunder Magic. Deck was stacked. Alright. This hand is fine. I can Fire Magic to hold off early. I can play Balthier on turn 3. But it's not a great hand. It doesn't really do much other than that. So hopefully we can draw some of our cantrippy things or things that get lands out. Titan, okay. Hold off on the Fire Magic for another turn since Magitech isn't going to be activated. Yeah, I can actually just Fire Magic for 2 on my turn and get both of them. I think I'm going to do that. I'm okay with taking 2 damage here. Get 2 for 1. Alternatively, I could try to stretch it a little bit further. Put Balthier down and see if they'll play some more small creatures. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try to stretch this Fire Magic a little bit further. White, black, perhaps with a red splash. I think I should just Fire Magic on my main. Because they could have a trick. And now I have to decide if I want to attack and risk them having a trick and then Balthier and Fran dying. So I should have just done that main. But do I want to still do it? Yeah, I think I do. They didn't seem to have anything. So let's do this. Maybe they do have something. Okay, nice. So we get in for 4, hopefully. Great, great, great. Ah, it's just a hill guy, I guess. Oh, what is... dude, this thing... These decks I'm running into are insane, bro. Okay. Hugo enters or attacks target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink until end of turn. That's so unreasonable. That's so wild, dude. I can't really play around that on defense, I don't think, so... I'm just going to attack and hopefully he's not going to take the trade. I mean, but get a red-white land should be good. That'll round out our mana base. And next turn we can start bringing the heat with Titan and Racetrack. That's good. I mean, this is hard to beat, though. I don't know. This is ridiculous. Grahatia. Don't have time for racetrack here. The thing is Balthier blocks fine now, so... Let's see, like... He has to attack to get the trigger, so... Can't give... Okay, I think I'm just gonna play Titan. Because I could go greens plus battle menu and hope that they, like, equip something, or, you know, to him, but... That's kind of a pipe dream, so... We'll just play Titan. Come up the board a little bit. And we're gonna hold back. We'll get 2 lands next turn. We lost Rydia and Tiflis Limit Break. And with those 2 lands, we'll be able to do a Coliseum Behemoth. Or we could do Racetrack plus Screens, or Racetrack plus Battle Menu. Okay, that's nuts. Crypt creatures have haste, so they can give it haste. They don't have enough mana to equip the staff unless they want to play another land. I mean... what could they have? They could have the +4/+4 trick. In which case, just East Titan, I don't get any value. If I put Balthier and Fran in front of it, and he has that trick, the Fran just dies, and I get my lands next turn, which is nice. If it gets +4/+4, and it has double strike, then if I block it with both of them, they would trade 2 for 2. If he has the trick and I don't block, then I'm just dead. So let's see, do I want to lose my Titan and lose the lands next turn, or just lose Balthier and Fran? It's kind of an interesting choice. I think I need the lands more, so let's do this. Make them use the trick on Balthier and Fran. Okay. That's fine. It would be nice to hold up battle menu this turn. Oh yeah, the lands come in tap, so I can't Behemoth yet. I think we just gotta do the racetrack. Get that out of the way now. But just leave us potentially dead right now if we don't survive this turn. Whereas having both of these up gives us more options to survive till the next turn. Okay, I'm just doing the greens and the menu. I'll pass. I don't know. I don't know if that's right. It sounds nice getting the racetrack going. I will say that. But it leaves me vulnerable this turn to just straight up dying to a number of different things. So this is just a little bit safer. And now that that thing has 4 power, I can kill it. Got Zell, sure. If I wait till my turn, they don't get a card from Graha. Oh no, they still do. Okay, it only triggers once each turn. Okay, let's take that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mana. Renoa gives me 2 bodies. So maybe I should go with that. I think I want to attack with this Chocobo. While I have the chance. He'll just take 10, I'm sure. And then we'll just play Renoa. This leaves us some defense, and having Renoa to attack next turn could be helpful too. Okay, that Warrior's Sword is getting cloned and has haste. That's just crazy. I think I'm dead. Could take 4 from the first thing. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna come in all out. Oof. Okay, well, she has to block there. Or no, he has to block there and block like that. It's like 4, 8, 11. We're gonna draw a card too. That's crazy. That's just, I mean, it's GG. We'll make him attack us. But alright, well, that was not a good run. Dude, the decks that you run into on here are just insane. Just crazy. And you know, it kind of, you wonder, it's like most seal pools don't look like these. Most seal pools aren't going to give you like a turn 1 Zidane, you know, turn 1 Ragavan, turn 3 Kefka. But there's like a survivorship bias when you need so many wins to finish, but only so few losses. There's a heavy survivorship bias that where just like the best decks, you're just so much more likely to run into a really good deck than not. But anyways, that was the run. It was a little disappointing, but I think we built a good deck. I think it was arguable playing black was maybe the only thing. But yeah, overall, I had fun still. I like the deck. I think it's a pretty cool pool. It's not like outrageously broken. We don't have turn 1 Ragavan, turn 2 Suplex, turn 3 Kefka. You know, we don't have Kuja and 2 Sephiroth's Interventions and Regalia and whatever else that other guy had. But anyways, I do think it was a good pool. It was fun. And yeah, best of luck to everybody else out there trying to pull the slot machine and get the box. And please like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more content. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day.